Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Henley Hornets basketball on 104.3, 960 Sports, and MyBasin.com. Tonight, the Hornets at home for a non-league contest against the Madras White Buffaloes. Glad to be with you tonight. My name is Josh Eldridge. Walter Hartley along with me this evening. Henley entering play 7-10 overall in the season. In the Skyline Conference, through 5 games, they are 1-4. But a non-league contest tonight against the number 4 ranked 4A team in the state, the Madras White Buffaloes, 14-3 overall in the season, and winners of their last 3 contests against Gladstone, the Dalles, and most recently on Monday, a 68-42 win against Malala, the number 1 team in the state. Madras playing good basketball. The Hornets hoping for a home win tonight. We'll talk a little bit more about each of these 2 teams. We'll introduce you to the starting lineups next as we continue your pregame coverage on 104.3, 960 Sports, and MyBasin.com.
What are the best words you can hear tonight?
Order ready for Susan.
And if you hear those words at Abby's, you know it's going to be a legendary meal. Your pizza is loaded with toppings to the edge, premium ingredients, and real cheese. Yeah, baby. Gather with friends, play some video games, and watch the big game on TV. That's made Abby's a legendary pizza tradition for generations. And when you're ready to hear those magic words,
Tom, your order's ready.
you know where to go. You're always welcome at Abby's.
There's something special about this place. It's more than the quiet mornings and the open skies. It's more than the scenery. It's the people. Around here, people still wave when you pass by. They check in when something's wrong. They show up when it matters. At Sage Credit Union, we're proud to live and work in a region that believes in each other. A place where neighbors lend a hand, small businesses thrive, and generosity runs deep. We believe that being part of a community means giving back to it, not just with dollars, but with time, effort, and heart. That's why our employees earn paid volunteer time. That's why you'll see us at food drives, fundraisers, and the local fair. We show up for our community. This isn't just where we work. This is where we live, where we give, and where we grow. Right here, in the coffee shop, at the fundraiser, and in our local branch. At Sage Credit Union, we've found our people. We'll see you around town.
Over the last year, you've heard and seen the advertisement for God's Gifts 2, a local photographer who travels to high school sporting events and takes individual and team action photos at a great price. Something you may not know, though, is that the money from God's Gifts Photography supports 6 children in Kenya who Annalisa has met on mission trips. If you'd like to capture your athlete in action and help support these kids, call 541-281-2206. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook.
Josh Eldridge and Walter Hartley back with you tonight on 104.3, 960 Sports, and MyBasin.com for another home Henley Hornets basketball game against the Madras White Buffaloes today. Henley coming home after a loss their last time out against Klamath Union. 53-43. That was back on Tuesday. The team was led in scoring by Kai Taylor with 10 points. Micah Ibarra contributed 9. Henley just had a hard time hitting free throws in that game and making shots down the stretch. They're going to have to do that today if they want to defeat the number 4 team in the state, the Madras White Buffaloes. Madras started the season 8-0. They didn't suffer their first loss until January 1st, a loss against number 3 ranked Newport, 62-53. They lost again on January 6th to the number 1 5A team in the state, Crook County. That was 73-39. And they also lost to Staten back on February 16th. Staten, the number 7 ranked team in the 4A class. That was a 69-61 final. Since then, 3 straight wins against Gladstone, the Dalles, and again against number 1 Malala back on Tuesday, 68-42. Walter, this team's been playing really good basketball, but Henley seemingly playing loose tonight. They tend to do good against teams that haven't seen them very much, and so if they're able to shoot the basketball tonight, that's why you play these types of games, these tough ones midway through the season.
Yeah, we were talking earlier, and the key for Henley, it seems to be, is ball movement. Well, ball movement and off-ball movement in terms of finding open shots, creating opportunities to score. We were talking earlier in the season how Henley had the hustle, they had the heart, but they just couldn't hit a shot. I think to create the opportunities to hit those shots, we need to see a little bit more ball movement and a little bit more off-ball movement for the players.
Certainly so. Want to check around the rest of the Skyline Conference tonight. 2 games at our league games. Hidden Valley hosting Mazama tonight. Klamath Union hosting Phoenix. Just got word, by the way, it's the Klamath Union girls in overtime against the Phoenix Pirates. 64-64 the score there. I also have a score from Cross Point Christian tonight. Cross Point losing to Central Christian 43-39. That season series is over. They went 1-1 there. Other games happening for Klamath Basin teams this evening. Bonanza at home against Culver. Again, Lost River recorded a forfeit win against Oak Ridge, so they're not playing tonight, but they are victors tonight. And then Chiloquin playing North Lake this evening. Of course, the Cross Point Christian boys set to take on Central Christian here in just a few moments as well. Do our best to keep you updated on what's happening around the basin, but of course we're focused here inside the Hornets' nest, where the 7-10 Henley Hornets take on the Madras White Buffaloes. We're going to step aside one more time in our pregame show. When we come back, starting lineups and first tip on mybasin.com.
Hey, I'm Jason with Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness and Performance. Thanks for joining us. Elevate started in 2020 as a dream. I wanted to open up a clinic of my own, really had a heart and a passion to treat athletes of all ages, and got the opportunity to do it. And wow, this is what's happened. One of the best parts of this job is that we get to work with all the student athletes on field, at their contests, at their games, all around the county. Specifically when you're working with dancers, right, we've got like particular ways of movement that we don't want to necessarily correct, because dancers have a very specific way of moving that's important for their athletic performance. At Elevate, we're here to get you moving and keep you moving, no matter if you're 8 or you're 80. Feel free to give us a call at 541-887-2030.
The Klamath Basin is beautiful, from shimmering Klamath Lake to rich farmlands to the historic downtown. And with an average of over 300 days of sunshine every year, the Klamath Basin is a great place to be. We here at Basin Media Active have been supporting this community for many years, keeping it entertained and informed with friendly faces and familiar voices. You can stay up to date with the latest news, weather, stream live local sports, and check out our community calendar, all on our website, mybasin.com. And you can download our app for free in your app store right now. Basin Media Active, local, community, engaged.
Josh Eldridge and Walter Hartley back with you tonight on 104.3, 960 Sports and mybasin.com ahead of tip-off between the Henley Hornets and the Madras White Buffaloes. Let's go ahead and introduce you to the starting lineups for the Madras White Buffaloes. Starting number 10, a junior standing 6 foot tall, John Buffalo Ball. Number 14, a junior standing 5'9", Dre Plazola. Number 20, a senior standing 6'3", Troy Adams. Number 22, a junior standing 5'11", Caleb Shank. And number 34, a senior standing 6'3", Matthew Supa Scott. The Madras White Buffaloes are coached by Nick Brown. He's assisted by Tanner Atencio and Evan Brown. And now the starting 5 for the home team, the Henley Hornets. Starting number 4, a junior, Corbin Hamilton. Number 10, a senior, Reese Schmierbach. Number 14, a junior, Micah Ibarra. Number 20, a junior, Carson Sims. And number 32, a sophomore, Kai Taylor. The Hornets are coached by Brian Stock, and he's assisted by Dylan Woodruff and Luke Hammer. Hornets tonight in their home white uniforms. Hornets written across their chest in white with a navy blue outline and navy blue trim on those white jerseys. Madras tonight in their red uniforms. Madras written across their chest in white with a blue outline, white numbers across their backs. Our officials tonight from the Klamath Falls Basketball Officials Association. If you want to get involved in a sport you love, they're always looking for help, whether it's here at basketball or any other sport, volleyball, football, soccer, baseball, softball, whatever. It's going to be osca.org/officials to find out more information. Bring up our scoreboard tonight, brought to you by Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness, and Performance, and we are ready to go. The Madras White Buffaloes control it, and they go from right to left. Bringing it into the front court is Buffalo Ball. He throws it to the near wing to Adams, guarded there by Hamilton. Throws it top of the key to Plazola, down underneath to Supascott at the free throw line. Goes back out to Buffalo Ball, drives right down Main Street and scores, and that's how we get things started tonight in favor of the White Buffaloes. 2-0, 7.5 to go in the first. Schmierbach into the front court, throws it to Hamilton here in the near corner. Hamilton gives it up to Ibarra, right side wing, takes a Taylor screen going left, then throws it to Sims. Sims on the wing with a right-hand dribble, tosses it to Hamilton, head of the key. Hamilton underhand dish to Schmierbach, trying to drive the left lane, kicks it out to Sims for a wing three. It's too strong. Rebound picked up by Taylor. He can't stop it from going out of bounds, though, and the White Buffaloes will take advantage. 7:17 to go in the first quarter, and they lead 2-0. John Buffalo Ball, junior, 6 foot tall, crosses the timeline here for the White Buffaloes, tosses it on the wing to Adams, brings it up top of the key, handoff pass to Schenk. Schenk guarded by Hamilton, throws it to Buffalo Ball on the right wing, trying to loft it underneath to Supascott, pass intercepted by Hamilton. Gives it ahead to Schmierbach. Schmierbach driving the right side. They give it up to Corbin for a straightaway three, no good. The long rebound is tracked down by Caleb Schenk. He'll give it up to John Buffalo Ball, and the White Buffaloes come the other way. Trying to drive the left lane. They give it outside to Troy Adams. Tries a left wing three. It's no good. Schmierbach cleans the miss. Reese pushing it ahead here for Henley. Brings it down the middle of the floor. Now along the left side. Hands it off to Hamilton. Jab step right. Now Corbin drives right. Bounces it to Sims. Whips it in the near corner to Ibarra. Guarded there by Plazola. Across the court feed to Sims. Left wing three is good. And Henley takes their first lead of the night on a Carson Sims triple with 6:23 to go in the first quarter. John Buffalo Ball feeling the Henley defense as he crosses the timeline. They give it to Caleb Schenk on the right wing, down underneath to Supascott, then back outside to Schenk. Here's Buffalo Ball, top of the key, guarded there by Ibarra, trying to drive the right lane, loses it on his way in, and Schmierbach picks it up. Reese racing ahead here for Henley, throws the pass to Sims, tries another wing three, no good. The rebound is pulled in by Hamilton. He's harassed on his way down with the basketball, turned it over. Buffalo Ball now in transition. He loses it on the drive, and Kai Taylor there to pick it up. Now Corbin Hamilton, the other way for Henley. He'll slow things down for the Hornets. Dribbles onto the near wing. Bounces it to Ibarra in the corner. Triggers a quick three. It rims out. Rebound pulled in by Buffalo Ball. Brings it along the near side of the floor for Madras. Drives in against Ibarra. Spins to his right, and he scores in close.
Buffalo Ball is a phenomenal name to play basketball for Madras.
Yeah, for the Buffaloes after all. Schmierbach in the far corner, trying to feed Sims on the left wing. Head fake to three, now drives right. Gives it up to Ibarra, kicks it to Hamilton in the near corner. Hamilton guarded closely by Adams, gives it to Ibarra. Around the horn it goes, now on the far side into the hands of Sims. Sims to Ibarra, head of the key. 14 to shoot for Henley. Schmierbach trying to drive the baseline right side. Met on the block by Adams. They give it out to Taylor, now to Sims. Sims drives to the free throw line, gives it up to Ibarra. He tries a left wing three, no good. Kai Taylor gets his hand on the ball, tips it out to Schmierbach. Now Hamilton on the left wing. Hamilton gives it up to Ibarra, trying to drive the left lane. Strong take, right-handed floater, no good. Gets his own miss, back up with it. Ibarra misses in close once more. This time Madras pulls down the rebound. They give it ahead to Buffalo Ball into the front court. 4-3, Madras leads, 4:41 to go in the first quarter. Pass comes near side to Troy Adams. He triggers a three, it's good. 7-3, Madras leads, 4.5 to go in the first quarter. Corbin Hamilton has it on the right extended arc. Now he gives it up to Sims, head of the key. Sims guarded by Buffalo Ball, then to Ibarra, then to Schmierbach in the far corner. Schmierbach thought about driving baseline, then out to Hamilton on the wing. Hamilton spins around to his right, then to Ibarra. Here's Sims near side. Skips the pass to Taylor underneath, poked free by Madras, and into the hands of Troy Adams. Here's Adams bringing it up, gives it up to Buffalo Ball here on the left side wing. Down underneath to Supascott. He goes one-on-one against Sims in close and scores. First points of the night for the 6'3" senior from Madras. His team leads by 6 halfway through the first quarter. Here's Hamilton, head of the key. Throws it to Sims on the left side. Sims now to Ibarra straight away. Ibarra thought about a step-back three, then throws it to Schmierbach to his left. Schmierbach gets to the elbow, outside to Hamilton. Now gives it up to Sims. He head fakes a three, top of the key as well. Now Ibarra from the right side. He tries a three, hits front iron. Supascott pulls down the miss, gives it ahead to Buffalo Ball. Here come the Buffaloes. Pass comes onto the far side of the floor to Schenk. Gets down underneath to the baseline. Kicks it outside to Adams. Another left wing three. This time he leaves it short. The long rebound is tracked down by Caleb Schenk, and then he goes over and back. It was that long of a rebound. Talon Taylor getting ready to check in for Henley. He'll be joined by Kai Montag onto the floor. Carson Sims and Corbin Hamilton go to the bench. We're also going to see Keelan Allen check into the game for Madras, as well as Angelo Perez for the White Buffaloes. Inbound pass goes to Micah Ibarra. He hands it off to Montag beyond the arc. Now over to Taylor. Taylor now to Schmierbach on the right extended arc. Tries to drive left to get to the center of the floor. Finds Taylor there. Drives inside on the right block. Outside to Schmierbach. He goes right baseline. Up with a tough shot. Good touch there by Reese. And 2 points for him. Henley still trailing 9-5. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Buffalo's trying to find a way up the floor. They get it to Angelo Perez here on the near wing. Tries to drive inside against Schmierbach, then backs back out. Now to the hands of Allen. Allen's going to kick it over to Buffalo ball, guarded by Montag. He takes one step inside the arc, looks to Matthew Supascott underneath, kicks it outside to Perez, but he travels before the shot. And so Hornets get a break there. They'll get a chance to inbound on the baseline away from the bucket. 2:40 to go in the first quarter, and Madras leads him 9-5. Schmierbach takes the inbound pass. Ibarra now into the front court for Henley. Trying to go to work against Perez. Had some room on the arc for a moment. Gives it up to Talon Taylor. Taylor operating beyond the arc. Now again to Ibarra. Underhand dish to Montag. Back to Taylor. Left wing three. No good. The rebound pulled in by Supascott. Gives it up to Buffalo ball. And here come the White Buffaloes. Rifles the pass ahead to Allen. He loses it. Schmierbach nearly saves it from going out. But Madras will be the beneficiaries of an out-of-bounds play at the baseline. 2:14 to go in the first quarter. Just got word that the Klamath Union girls wound up completing the comeback, a 68-66 victory against the Phoenix Pirates in overtime tonight.
Wow. Congrats, KU. Good win for them.
Yeah, certainly so. Inbound pass to Supascott, goes to work against Kai Taylor down low and gets fouled. That'll be Taylor's first foul, the team's first. And it will be 2 free throws for Matthew Supascott. Want to give a shout to one of our sponsors tonight, Geno's on East Main Street, celebrating their 40th anniversary. They're open every morning at 6:30, serving up their famous breakfast burritos. Those are served all day long, along with other menu items like burgers, monthly specials, and Italian favorites. You can order online at ilovegenos.com or have it brought right to you with DoorDash. First free throw from Supascott was off the mark. He's got a second. And that one is good. And so Madras leads 10-5. 2:12 to go in the first quarter. Ibarra bringing it up. Throws it ahead to Taylor on the left side. Back to Ibarra. Brings it along the left wing. Takes a Taylor screen to try to find some room straight away. Drives right. Gives it up to Taylor right. Now to Montag straight away. Montag gets into the free throw line. Out to Talon Taylor. Gets to the right elbow. Stopped there. Outside to Schmierbach. Schmierbach triggers a deep three. Hits back iron. Kai Taylor battling for the rebound, but it's won by Madras. Pass comes ahead to John Buffalo ball. Brings it down the center of the floor. Gets into the painted area and then is fouled. I think they're going to charge the foul to Talon Taylor. And they do. That'll be his first and the team's second. 1:41 to go in the first quarter and a 10-5 lead for Madras. Corbin Hamilton checks in. Kai Taylor checks out. And Matthew Supascott to inbound for the White Buffaloes. He gets it into Perez, whips it on the wing, down around to Allen, top of the key, back underneath to Supascott, whips the pass in close to Perez. A tough turnaround. His shot hangs on the rim, doesn't go. Schmierbach gets the rebound with the help of Ibarra. They throw it ahead to Talon Taylor from the right block. Up strong off the window and in. Talon Taylor for 2 points. Brings Henley within 3. A minute and a half to go here in the first quarter. Buffalo ball has it along the left side of the floor. Picked up there by Ibarra. They throw it in the corner to Troy Adams. Adams down underneath to Supascott. Kicks it in the corner for a Perez triple. It's no good. Hamilton pulls down the miss. Ahead to Schmierbach. In the center of the floor, Schmierbach dribbles it head of the key. Gives it to Ibarra there on the left. Now ahead to Hamilton. Hamilton putting it on a deck. Now giving it up to Taylor. Henley slowing things down. Taylor drives to the free throw line. Gives it out to Ibarra. He gets bumped. Nearly goes over and back, but gets it to Schmierbach. Schmierbach drives the right side. Strong take and a score for Reese. Love the aggression from Schmierbach. Want to see more of that from him. He brings his team within 1. 42 seconds to go in the first. Backed into the corner is Perez, guarded there by Taylor. Lofts it high to Buffalo ball, back top of the key at the logo. Buffalo ball takes a screen going left, picked up there by Hamilton. They get it to Supascott in the middle of the floor. He's going to give it back outside to Allen. Allen to Adams from the left wing. 15 to shoot for Madras. Cross-court pass to Perez. Perez drives in, fires a fastball to Buffalo Ball across the court. He drives baseline and scores. Strong take as well for John Buffalo Ball. He's got 6 points. His team leads by 3. 13 seconds to go in the first quarter. Reese Schmierbach has it, left extended arc, guarded there by Perez. Now to the hands of Talon Taylor. Gives it to Ibarra, right side wing. Ibarra trying to figure out what to do. He's got 2 seconds. He's going to give it up to Hamilton. Hamilton at the first quarter buzzer, not going to hit the corner 3. So after 1, Madras leads 12-9. Back with more Henley basketball after this on 104.3, 960 Sports, and MyBasin.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
For your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
Monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Getting back ready for the second quarter of action tonight. The Henley Hornets trailing the Madras White Buffaloes 12-9. 5 on the floor for Henley to start the second quarter. Schmierbach, Montag, Hamilton, Taylor, and Ibarra. For Madras, it's Buffalo Ball, Supascott, Riddle, Allen, and Adams. All right, here's Ibarra. Throws it to Hamilton on the near side. Hamilton tries to drive baseline, kicks it back out to Ibarra on the right wing. Now to Montag, whips it to Schmierbach. Quick catch and shoot 3, rims out, and the rebound pulled in by Allen. Madras coming the other way. Buffalo Ball leading the charge. Has it head of the key. Driving in against Schmierbach. Gets to the baseline and then kicks it outside to Riddle. Riddle throws it to Adams. Top of the key. Picked up there by Hamilton. Then in the corner to Allen. Allen drives into the center of the floor. Kicks it outside for a Riddle left wing 3. He leaves it short. Scramble for the rebound on the near side of the floor. The foul is going to be called against Montag. And the Madras White Buffaloes will inbound. First foul of the period for Henley. Only about 40 seconds gone, and it's a 3-point game in favor of the White Buffaloes. All right, Buffalo Ball to inbound for Madras. Lofts it to Adams here near side. Adams picked up by Hamilton. Has yet to put it on the deck. Now gives it up to Buffalo Ball. Whips the pass over far side to Allen. Allen trapped top of the key. They find Adams here on the left side. Dribbling in against Hamilton. Loses the dribble. Then it's picked up by Supascott. Now to the hands of Allen. Allen picked up by Taylor. Top of the key. Good defense. They kick it to Buffalo Ball. He drives inside as well. Brings it around the right block, and he scoops it up and scores. He is so skilled around the rim. He's got 8 points tonight. Henley looking for an answer. Hamilton here on the near wing. They give it up to Kai Montag. Montag from 13 feet out leaves the bucket short. The rebound is picked up by Supascott, not without Montag hassling him a bit. Buffalo Ball into the front court. Brings it out beyond the arc. Throws it over to Allen. Picked up by Schmierbach. Now to Adams. Straight away for 3. Front iron. Ibarra pulls down the miss, feels some contact, now working on bringing the ball into the front court. Schmierbach going to help him out. Pass comes near side to Hamilton. Now back to Schmierbach, right side wing. Now to Montag. Around the horn it goes into the hands of Ibarra. Then to Hamilton on the baseline. Then to Montag cutting in close. Montag from the left block, falling away from the hoop. He won't score. Buffalo Ball brings it up the near side, trying to push the pace a little bit for Madras. They lead by 5. He spins in and is unable to finish. Madras pulls down their own miss. They get it to Buffalo Ball again, but he misses a second opportunity. Schmierbach with the rebound, throws it ahead to Hamilton along the near side of the floor. Brings it one step inside the arc. A long 2 is off the mark. Rebound is pulled in by Allen. Allen lofting it into Adams, close to the cup. Madras scores off the hand of Troy Adams. He's got 5 points, and Henley wants a timeout. We'll take it with them. They trail by 7. 5:44 to go in the second quarter. Back with more Henley Hoops next on MyBasin.com.
Pacific Power works day in and day out to power our communities because we know our neighbors rely on us. We're trimming and clearing branches around poles and lines, protecting our system, and giving you real-time updates when storms roll in. You can count on us in all seasons. 24/7, we're here for you. Powering your greatness.
Josh Eldridge and Walter Hartley back with you tonight on 104.3 and 960 Sports and MyBasin.com. The Henley Hornets trailing the Madras White Buffaloes with 5:40 to go in the second quarter, a score of 16-9. Henley starts with the basketball. Ibarra kicks it to Sims. A beautiful pass leads to a good look from downtown. Sims unable to cash in, and he gets a steal after the rebound. Thought about a three again, and that's what you get for being active on the boards. Here's a second chance for Henley. Hamilton drives in, loses it on the drive. It's out of bounds, last touched by Madras. And so Henley will get another opportunity here. 27 seconds on the shot clock. 5:21 on the game clock. And again, they trail by 7 against the number 4 team in the land. Ibarra has to inbound to somebody on the baseline. A 5-second violation. Henley gives away that possession. It'll be Madras basketball. Opposite their bucket on the floor. All right, Buffalo ball. Throws it ahead to Plazola on the wing. Gives it back to Buffalo ball. Jab step right. Trying to go to work against Ibarra on the arc. Underhand dish to Jameis Riddle. Top of the key. Finds its way back to Buffalo ball on the left block. Kicks it outside. Now to the hands of Riddle. Zips it underneath. The shot blocked by Hamilton. Shank dives on it. A loose ball. Scrambling at the baseline. Madras is going to have taken it out of bounds, and Henley gets possession. I'd have to dry up the floor there for a moment, but I think a good defensive play there by Henley to make things tough for Madras in close. John Buffalo ball leads their team right now 8 points. Troy Adams has 5, and Supascott has 3. Here's Reese Schmierbach driving in, kicks it out to Ibarra in the corner, tries to spin the pass underneath to Taylor, but it's taken away by the White Buffaloes. They give it ahead to John Buffalo ball. He's in the front court here for Madras, brings it along the center of the floor. Guarded by Ibarra. Trying to create some room on the right arc. Gives it up in the corner to Riddle. Zips the pass to Supascott. A right block shot, no good. The rebound battled for. Rolls out to Schmierbach. He'll be credited with it. 4:27 to go in the second quarter. 16-9. Sims dribbles to the right elbow. Trying to find some room. Off the glass, no good. Taylor battling for the board. Unable to bring it in. Madras coming the other way. They throw it over to Riddle. Riddle on the left side, outside the Buffalo ball. Dribbles into the right block, kisses it off the window for 2. He's got 10 points tonight, and his team leads by 9. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Corbin Hamilton dribbles into the near corner. Throws it to Schmierbach on the right, then to Sims. Sims has it top of the key, denies a Schmierbach screen, gets down on the right block, then throws it back out to Schmierbach. Over to Hamilton on the left. Hamilton, a free throw line jumper, no good. The rebound is pulled in by Caleb Shank. Buffalo ball, throws it ahead near side to Riddle. Bouncing it underneath to Supascott. Goes to work against Hamilton close, and he is unable to score. Hamilton and Taylor. Good help defense there on the inside. Sims has it now the opposite way, right wing. Guarded there by Buffalo ball. Throws it to Hamilton, top of the key. Thought about a 3, then thought twice. Dribbles in, uses the glass, can't score. Henley suffering a bit of an offensive drought here in the second quarter. They trail by 9, 3:20 to go. They've yet to find any points here in the second quarter. Buffalo ball has it right extended arc. Now to the hands of Caleb Shank. They loft it to Supascott in close, and he's able to score over Hamilton. He's got 5 points. Henley trailing now 20-9. Schmierbach having trouble along the left side of the floor. Gives it up to Ibarra. Now Hamilton. Sims right wing. Thought about a triple. Drives the baseline, trying to create some room with the body. Tries to make the extra pass to Taylor. Taylor out of position, but Henley keeps the basketball. Ibarra throws it to Hamilton, top of the key. Lofting it to Taylor in close again. Strong dribble to the rim. It's poked free by Buffalo ball.
Great idea by Henley to try and get that inside. You know, the points on either side have been almost exclusively scored in the paint, but Madras has taken a lot more in the paint, and therefore they lead. I think that if Henley could do that again a couple more times, they could get on the board for sure.
Yeah, looking for those in-close shots. Only 2 threes made in the game so far. 1 for Troy Adams for Madras, 1 for Henley as Carson Sims. Schmierbach inbounds to Talon Taylor. Now here's Sims with it on the right wing. Throw to Schmierbach off a screen in the near corner. Schmierbach, hard drive inside, kicks it to Montag, trying to get in close. Montag off the window, no good. And the rebound is picked up by Madras, but there you go, Walter. That's what Henley's looking for in terms of good shots. Caleb Shank has it. Now near side to Angelo Perez. They throw it on the wing to Plazola. Plazola thought about a three. Then the ball's whipped around into the hands of Adams straight away. Trying to drive in against Montag. A whistle is going, against Kai Montag.
Montag cannot buy a whistle tonight.
Yeah, he's gotten beat up a little bit down underneath and has one go against him there.
2 of them.
Yeah, that should be his second. There it is. And it's the second for Henley this period as well. 2:19 to go, and Henley trailing by 11. Henley not playing bad defense here in this period by any stretch. They're just having trouble to get some things through the hoop on their side. Buffalo ball, guarded by Schmierbach. Trying to take it right. Throws it to Adams. Uncontested left wing triple. Rims out. Sims climbs the ladder for the rebound. Ahead for Henley. Sims along the right wing. He's guarded by Perez. Drives inside. Left-handed finish, no good. The rebound pulled down by Perez. He's going to give it up to Buffalo ball. Has it head of the key. Buffalo ball trying to drive the right wing. Gives it again outside to Perez. Sims guarding him tightly. Back over to Buffalo ball. Now to the hands of Plazola. Plazola to Adams. Straight away. Guarded by Montag. Backs back out. Takes a screen going right. Picked up there by Kai Taylor. 14 to shoot here for Madras. They find the ball to Buffalo ball on the baseline. Brings it out to the block. Outside to Adams for three. That was Shank for three. Kicks up off the rim and then drops. A fortunate bounce off the cup for Shank. It's him, 3 points. 23-9, a minute and a half to go in the second quarter. Schmierbach gives it up to Montag on the wing. Now to Talon Taylor straight away. Tries to back down his defender. Picks up the dribble 15 feet from the cup. Now hands it off to Montag. Back to Talon Taylor. Now to Sims right wing beyond the arc, 18 to shoot. Gives it up to Schmierbach here in the near corner. Henley slowing things down. Here's Montag between the circles. Over to Talon Taylor. He has it head of the key. Tries to drive the left side. Picks up the dribble. Tries to bounce it to Montag, but it's taken away by Madras. Caleb Shank slows things down. Now it's Troy Adams on the left wing. Guarded by Kai Taylor. Trying to get to the baseline. A strong take is going to stop at the baseline as Troy Adams traveled. Good defense by Kai Taylor to force him into taking too many steps. And we'll also see Keelan Allen check into the game for Madras. I believe he replaced Buffalo ball. Here's Kai Montag with it in the near corner. Throws it to Sims. Sims thought about a three. Drives to the block. Outside to Montag. Now to Talon Taylor. Spins to his left. Gets to the center of the floor. 14-foot jumper's no good, but Henley gets the rebound back. Schmierbach has it. Whips the pass to Sims. Head of the key. Sims jab step left. Goes right. Gets in close. He gets fouled. And for the first time today, Henley's going to earn some free throws here. It'll be Carson Sims with 23 seconds to go in the second quarter. They trail 23-9.
Yeah, this trip to the line is a godsend for this half for the Hornets.
Trying to find their first points of this second quarter. Sims not going to find him there on his first free throw, but he's got a second.
In and out, the story of the second quarter.
Subs coming in for Madras, Matthew Supascott, and Dre Plazola checking in. Second free throw from Sims, no good. Henley still scoreless here in the second quarter. Trying to get a steal on the defensive end. Buffalo ball battling for it with Talon Taylor, but Madras eventually comes up with it. Can't fault the effort there, though, by Henley. Here is Buffalo ball, 10 seconds remaining in the half. He could take the last shot if he wants it. They give it outside to Allen. Allen kicks it in the corner near side to Adams. 3 seconds, down underneath to Supascott. He will score, and that will bring us to the end of the first half. A 25-9 ball game where Henley scoreless in the second quarter. We'll be back to break down halftime stats for you coming up in just a moment as we get ready for the Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club halftime show on 104.3, 960 Sports, and mybasin.com.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Pacific Power works day in and day out to power our communities because we know our neighbors rely on us. We're trimming and clearing branches around poles and lines, protecting our system, and giving you real-time updates when storms roll in. You can count on us in all seasons. 24/7, we're here for you. Powering your greatness.
It is time for the Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club halftime show on 104.3 960 Sports and MyBasin.com. Halftime tonight inside the Hornets' nest. The Hornets trail the Madras White Buffaloes 25-9. Let's go ahead and introduce you to our leading scorers. First for Madras, they're led right now by John Buffalo Ball. The junior has 10 points. He's helped out by Matthew Supascott with 7. Troy Adams has 5, and Caleb Shank has 3 on a made triple. For Henley, they are led right now by Reese Schmierbach. He's got 4 points. Carson Sims got 3. Talon Taylor has 2. Your scorers right now for Henley. And a scoreless second quarter for the Hornets. It's the third time that's happened this year where you go scoreless for a whole quarter. It's going to take a lot for Henley to come back into this game. Where do you think it starts, Walter?
Like I said before, I think it starts with shot selection. You know, you look at which team has shot the most three-pointers and which team has shot the most inside shots. It's pretty clear in terms of who has made the most and who's ahead on the scoreboard. I think we've seen flashes of brilliance from Henley so far this in the second quarter, in the first quarter for sure, but
yeah,
in the second especially, where they'd pass it inside, they get a great couple of looks, and then it'll end with a closely guarded three-pointer. And it's kind of like, you guys are doing amazing things on the floor, just take the right shot.
Yeah, and on the defensive end, Henley's doing a good job. They're battling for rebounds. They're guarding the perimeter well. Madras only has 2 3-pointers made in the first half, and all things considered, when you talk about a team that scores 62 points per game on the season, in Madras, you held them to 25 in the first half. Not bad. Henley plays good defense. They just got to find a way to score the rock a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Play more. They play well, team defense, good help and everything. They need to play more on offense like they do on defense.
All right, hopefully good defense leads to quality offense in the second half for Henley, but after 16 minutes, they trail by as many, 25-9. And we're going to take one break here during our halftime show. When we come back, we'll take a look around the Klamath Basin, tell you who else is in action tonight, tell you what happened earlier today up at Oregon Tech and what's to come tomorrow. Details on all that as we continue your Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club halftime show on MyBasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home, I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
25-9 the score. 4:15 left to go in halftime. The Madras White Buffaloes lead the Henley Hornets. Tell you what else is happening around the Klamath Basin tonight. Got word earlier that the Klamath Union girls defeated Phoenix in overtime 68-64. Congratulations there. They were scheduled to start the boys game about 20 minutes ago. I know Mazama's visiting Hidden Valley tonight. In the 2A classification, Lost River winners tonight. They received a forfeit win against Oak Ridge. Unsure the reasoning there, but if it's anything like teams have been here in the Basin, could probably chalk it up to whatever flu is going around. Bonanza hosting Culver tonight. That game probably close to a final. We'll see if we can grab one for you. The Antlers hosting Culver. That game started at 6:30. And then in the 1A class, Cross Boyd Christian playing Central Christian. Chiloquin visiting North Lake tonight. Up at Oregon Tech, the Lady Owls defeated Lewis Clark State today in K-12 day. An 80-71 win for Tech books them a ticket to the Cascade Collegiate Conference playoffs. This win booked them a spot in that 8-team playoff. The Oregon Tech men fell to LC State today. 82-78 was the final score there, so those two teams now tied atop the Cascade Conference. Games coming up tomorrow for OIT at 6:30 and 8:30. The women tip it up against the Walla Walla Wolves at 6:30 right here on this station on 104.3 960 Sports. The men will be over on Oregon's Country Giant 92.5 KLAD. Will be joined by Mike Safford tomorrow night for a little Cascade Conference After Dark action against the Wolves. Here at the Hornets' Nest, the Madras White Buffaloes lead Henley 25-9. We're going to take one more break, and then we are back and ready for the third quarter as we wrap up our Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club halftime show. Harbor Isles exists to provide a clean, multi-use facility for the advancement of health, wellness, and longevity to its members and the community. We invite you to join Harbor Isles, where they feature top-of-the-line equipment, full-service personal training, and an array of group exercise classes. Third quarter action is next on mybasin.com.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home, I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Getting ready for third quarter action tonight from the Hornets' Nest. Henley trails Madras 25-9. 5 on the floor for Henley. Ibarra, Sims, Taylor, Schmierbach, and Hamilton. For Madras, it's Buffalo ball. Adams, along with Shank, Supascott, and Plazola. And we get started with a Troy Adams 2-point bucket in close. Score is 27-9. 7:40 to go in the third quarter. Hamilton underhand dish to Ibarra outside. Sims, top of the key, now to Schmierbach. Schmierbach fakes a pass left, drives into the middle of the floor, then bounces it back outside to Hamilton. Now to Ibarra, to Sims right side. Takes a screen going right, zips the pass to Hamilton. He thought about a three. Hamilton trying to loft it underneath to Taylor. They get the bucket into him close, then outside to Sims. Sims trying to go baseline with it. Down underneath to Taylor.
That's
and
it.
one.
That's it.
That is the ticket. Trying to get it underneath to guys like Kai Taylor, Kai Montag. You want to see them get involved in the offense. Those are Taylor's first points of the game, and he's going to go to the line for one more. Tonight's broadcast on mybasin.com brought to you by Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness, and Performance. They use a modern and research-backed approach to physical therapy to ensure you see both a reduction in pain and enhanced mobility, getting you back to peak levels of optimal health and wellness. Taylor is going to make the free throw as well. A three-point play the old-fashioned way, and it's 27-12, 7:15 to go in the third quarter. Madras in front of Henley. They lead by 15.
I don't know what Coach Stock said to them at halftime, but it worked. That was great play from the Hornets.
Good passing, getting on the interior. Now you got to commit yourself to defense. Here's top of the key, Caleb Schenk. Throws it on the wing to Buffalo Ball. Buffalo Ball has it on the left arc, trying to get it down underneath to Suppa Scott. Catches a tough pass and then goes up and scores. That's a good play there by the senior. He's got 9 points. And Madras comes away with a steal on the other end as Henley tries to bring the ball up the floor. Pass comes to Plazola near side. Down underneath to Suppa Scott on the right arc. Then outside to Plazola. He gets it right back, but Taylor pokes it free. Ibarra picks it up. Ahead to Schmierbach in transition. Left-handed layup, no good. And the rebound comes to Madras. They toss it ahead to Plazola. Met at the cup by Kai Taylor, but he scores anyway. Plazola with his first 2 points of the night, 31-12, 6.5 to go in the third quarter. Corbin Hamilton has it on the right extended arc, head fakes a three, gives it up to Ibarra, to Sims, now to Schmierbach in the corner. Around the horn it goes, Ibarra now to Hamilton left arc. Hamilton getting into the center of the floor, a two-pointer is good. And for Corbin, his first 2 points of the night, 31-14, 6 minutes to go. In the third quarter, that is. Here we go ahead to Troy Adams. Gives it out to Plazola, head of the key, bouncing it to Suppa Scott, free throw line. Suppa Scott gives it back outside to Schenk. Now to the corner to Buffalo Ball. Has it baseline, picks up the dribble, throws it to Schenk for a right wing three. Back iron, no. The rebound is tipped out. A long one is hauled in by Caleb Schenk. Throws it over to Troy Adams. He tries a corner three, rattles out. Sims pulls in the miss. Carson going to slow things down for Henley. Crosses the timeline now between the circles. Gives it up to Ibarra. Now to Hamilton. Hamilton going to bring it around the right side. Gives it to Schmierbach. Still in the right corner. Calling for a screen and then passes it to Ibarra. Ibarra to Hamilton on the left extended arc. Drives right. Underhand dish to Schmierbach. Thought about a three. Now Sims. Sims going to trigger it from downtown. Not able to hit. And the rebound falls to Buffalo Ball.
That's not it. That's not the shot you want.
Rifles it ahead to Adams, but the pass goes out of bounds. And Hornets will take it back. Kai Montag checking in. He will replace Reese Schmierbach. And that's the only sub. Montag going to inbound to Ibarra. And here come the Hornets. Ibarra has it on the left side. Gives it up to Sims. Sims whips the pass to Hamilton. Hamilton back underneath to Montag on the right block, trying to get it in close. Montag falling away from the cup, no. Taylor with the rebound, his shot off the glass, no. Long rebound falls to Kai Montag. They throw it to Hamilton on the wing. Hamilton creating some space beyond the arc, tries to bank it in, no. Another rebound won by Henley. Here's Kai Taylor battling on the right block, goes up with the shot. He gets fouled. He'll be shooting free throws.
Great move by Kai Taylor to work that in and draw the contact. That's exactly what you want from this Hornet team. Get it inside, maybe get some contacts, but those are where the high percentage shots are at, is underneath the rim.
You're exactly right. Taylor 1 for 1 at the free throw line tonight. He's got 3 points. His first free throw is good. Good to see Taylor knocking down a few at the line. Struggled at the line back on Tuesday against Klamath Union when he missed 5 of his 7 attempts at the line. But tonight so far, 2 for 2, and he's shooting another one here. And we're going to make sure everyone has their jerseys tucked in. It's a necessity. Okay. I think we're ready for basketball.
Way to manage your equipment, guys.
Taylor's second free throw, a high arcing shot, falls through. 31-16, Henley back down by 15. Nearly creating a turnover on the other side. Suppa Scott, though, gets it in close against Hamilton, bodies him up and scores.
Not sure what you're supposed to do against that. He's a big body and he knows how to move.
Yeah, 6'3", and he's wide as well. He can certainly get in close Ibarra has it on the right wing. Good pass to Taylor in close. Gives it back outside to Micah. Then to Talon Taylor, new to the game here for Henley. Taylor, turnaround jumper from the right elbow, no good. And the rebound falls to Suppascott. Now ahead to Buffalo ball. Throws the pass ahead to Keelan Allen. Now back to Buffalo ball between the circles, well beyond the arc. Back over to Allen, then into the corner to Perez. Perez back to Allen, around the horn it goes, into the hands of Plazola. Back to Allen, tries to split the defense, a strong take, he's fouled, and he'll be shooting 2.
I noticed Madras is in kind of a triangle type offense, kind of like the Bulls used to do. They have Suppascott move from high to low post and kind of create opportunities. They can either get it into him or they can drive right past him as he either sets like a high screen or something like this where he splits the offense and draws contact.
And he's got pretty good court vision too. He can get it to an open player if they give it to him and on the block somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely he can.
Keelan Allen's first free throw is no good. Score remains 33-16, but another one coming up for him. The junior stands 5'11" at the free throw line. He's unable to make that one. Rebound goes out of bounds. Last touched by Kai Montag. And so Madras will keep the basketball despite quality effort there by Kai. They'll inbound on the baseline. Buffalo ball to inbound for Madras. They look for Perez here in the near corner, and a 5-second violation. That's one apiece now. Good interior defense for Henley. And they guard that inbound pass well. Ibarra is going to roll it to Hamilton, and Corbin takes it along the far side of the floor. Schmierbach heading to the scorer's table. He'll check in at the next stoppage. Kai Montag nearly losing the ball, but he gives it up to Talon Taylor. Taylor trying to drive the left side. Now outside to Montag. Montag drives the block, kicks it to Ibarra, then to Taylor on the wing. Taylor gets in close, and he will get fouled on the drive. And so third team foul here for Madras. 3:29 to go in the third quarter of a 33-16 game.
We've got 2 Kais out there. We've got 2 Taylors out there.
And one of them is a Kai Taylor.
And one of them's a Kai Taylor.
Carson Sims checking in. He'll replace Corbin Hamilton. Schmierbach checked in as well. He came in for Ibarra. Sims trying to find someone in close. Great pass into Montag for 2. Credit the assist to Carson Sims. Montag with his first 2 points tonight. 33-18, 3.5 to go in the third. Madras the other way. Suppascott scores with ease from the left block. He's now got 13 points in the contest, 6 here in the third quarter. Schmierbach nearly loses it, crossing the timeline, but then tosses it to Talon Taylor. Takes a Taylor screen right. Kai gets it on the right side, and he is fouled by Suppascott trying to drive in close. So 4th foul for Madras. One more puts Henley in the bonus, and we're going to have timeout called by the Hornets. We'll take it with them. 35-18, 3:05 to go in the third. Back with more Henley Hoops next on 104.3, 960 Sports, and MyBasin.com.
It's time to reclaim your health and your autonomy. At Heartfelt OBGYN, they focus on you. Their evidence-based approach to care means fewer office visits and a targeted treatment plan to directly address your specific needs. They believe in solutions for their patients, not the industry's profit margin. The providers at Heartfelt OBGYN are committed to serving the community and giving back to the basin. Find them at heartfeltobgyn.com. Heartfelt, because you deserve to be in control of your body and your informed choices.
Third quarter, 3:05 left to go. Henley trailing the number 4 team in the 4A classification, the Madras White Buffaloes, 35-18. Henley has scored as many points here in this third quarter as they did in the entire first half, so an improvement to be sure. They're passing the ball a lot better. They're getting it in close to guys like Kai Montag and Kai Taylor, who each had 0 points in the first half, but have now combined for 7 of Henley's 9 points here in this period. Corbin Hamilton has the other 2. So getting those taller players involved has been the ticket here in the third quarter for Henley. Here's Kai Montag, gives it to Schmierbach on the wing, tries a triple, it's good! Schmierbach brings Henley within 14 on the triple there. He's got 7 points. Madras looking to respond with one of their own, unable to do so. The putback is there and one.
Wow,
that
was
a
big play.
Angelo Perez jumps up, tips it back in, and gets fouled. Can't say anything else, Walter. You're right. What a play.
You know, when you're little, your coaches tell you to imagine what you're going to do before you do it. Before each game, I would go to bed and I'd imagine what I was going to do, the plays I would make the next day. That something like that is what I would dream of.
Reese Schmierbach bringing the ball up the floor for Henley after the free throw's good. A 16-point lead for Madras. They give it up to Montag, now to Sims on the wing. Sims taking a Kai Taylor screen right, finds some room in the center of the floor. Free throw line jumper's good. Sims now with 5 points on the contest. Madras into the front court. It's Angelo Perez trying to direct some traffic. Throws it to Suppiscott, top of the key. Guarded there by Kai Taylor. Underhand dish to Riddle. Throws it near side to Perez. Down underneath to Suppiscott again. He's so good in close. 15 points for him. Sims into the front court. His team trails by 16. In close, unable to hit, and the rebound goes out. Last touch by Madras. 39-23 our score. 2:05 to go in the third period. I think if Henley can try to close this to a 9-point difference, that puts them in good position for the fourth quarter. But got to work hard for these final 2 minutes. Schmierbach inbound pass to Montag, poked free by Madras. And it'll stay Hornets basketball. They'll inbound in front of their own bench.
Yeah, they've got to keep playing selflessly on offense and keep up what they're doing on defense. I think they're doing a good job. They just got to keep the intensity, if not up it a little bit.
Kai Taylor receives the inbound pass, right extended arc, bounces it to Carson Sims. Sims in the corner, brings it out, backs out beyond the arc, right side, throws it to Kai Taylor. Taylor zips the pass to Schmierbach. Schmierbach trying to find some room on the baseline, a tough shot, not going to fall. The rebound is going to fall to Schmierbach, gets in close again, and then has it poked free by Madras. John Buffalo Ball into the front court for the White Buffaloes. He skates in close. Sims bothers the shot and comes down with the board. Ahead is Carson. Guarded by Perez all the way up the floor. Gets by him, gets into the center of the floor. Quick pass to Taylor. It rolls off the rim, doesn't go. Unlucky there for Kai Taylor. But here comes Madras. Got to recover on defense. Buffalo Ball in. Gives it to Suppiscott, cutting in close for 2.
Unstoppable. Oh, man. Suppiscott is so good.
41-23, 1:11 to go in the third quarter. Schmierbach gives it up to Montag. Now back to Reese. Now Talon Taylor, he's going to try a triple, leaves it short. Long rebound, tipped out by whom? I think it's going to be Henley basketball. Didn't get a signal from the ref. I'm sure they said as much. Plazola checks in. He'll replace Buffalo Ball. Madras leading by 18. Schmierbach inbounds to Kai Taylor. Back out to Montag, to Sims. Top of the key. Sims now to Schmierbach, left side wing. Back to Sims, top of the key. Sims puts it on the deck. Throws it to Montag. 23 to shoot for the Hornets. Here's Talon Taylor. Taylor drives the center of the floor. Strong take off the window and in. Talon Taylor with 4 points on the contest. His team trailing 41-25. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Bringing it ahead, here is Allen. Allen gives it up to Riddle, now to Perez, to Suppiscott. Suppiscott fields a double team. Montag's going to reach in against him.
Yeah, that was a clear foul from Kai Montag. The last two I thought maybe weren't as clear, but that one was definitely a reaching foul.
Picked up his third there. And Hamilton going to check in. They got to have him tuck in his shirt. He'll replace Montag. And it'll be Madras side out here on the near sideline. To do so will be Dre Plazola. Gets it to Allen, and he will bring it up for the White Buffaloes. Shot clock is off. 25 seconds to go in the third. 41-25, Madras leads Henley. Allen dancing around along the arc, gives it up to Adams, and then gives it right back. Now Adams again. Now Allen. 12 seconds. Allen way beyond the arc. Left side. Tries to drive in a little bit closer. Now 8 seconds. Allen guarded by Talon Taylor. He's going to take a screen going right. Fields a double team. They throw it to Adams. A straightaway three is left short. And that is how we end the third quarter. Henley trailing Madras 41-25. Fourth quarter action lies ahead on 104.3, 960 Sports, and MyBasin.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Starting the fourth quarter, Schmierbach, Ibarra, Hamilton, Taylor, and Talon Taylor on the floor for Henley as they trail 41-25. For Madras, it's going to be Adams, Allen, Plazola, Perez, and and Allen. First 2 points of the quarter go to Henley, 41-27. Walter, you see who put those 2 points up?
Corbin Hamilton.
There we go. 4 points for Corbin. Madras trying to answer the other way. Supascott gets an offensive board. He is fouled on the floor, and so no free throws coming up for him.
Thank goodness. He was we got to turn to a hack-a-shack or something.
Yeah, he's been real dominant inside. He had 7 first-half points. He got 8 in the third quarter, 15 for the game. He is having a great one here inside the Hornets' nest tonight. Henley got to find a way to quiet him here in the fourth. Allen takes the inbound pass, top of the key, drives right by Ibarra, off the window, no good. The rebound pulled in by Madras, though. Adams gets it on the right block, throws it outside to Supascott. Now to the hands of Allen. Back to Adams, guarded by Hamilton. Drives into the paint, thought he might have traveled. He puts up the shot and scores anyway. Score 43-27. Troy Adams with the bucket. He's now got 9 points. Corbin Hamilton into the front court, throws it to Micah Ibarra. Ibarra brings it around, head of the key, tries to find some room in the middle. Step back three, a high arcing shot, nothing but lace for Ibarra. His first 3 points of the night. 13-point game, 7 minutes to go. Henley not done yet. If they can try to find a few more to drop from beyond the arc, could make this one interesting. Troy Adams has it on the left side, now dumps it underneath to Supascott on the block. They whip the pass to Allen, now to the hands of Plazola. Plazola looking to get it into Supascott, instead finds Riddle, top of the key. Pass comes to Adams, 15 to shoot. Jab step left, drives in right, no good on the shot. Hamilton pulls in the miss. Ahead to Schmierbach. Henley rolls it ahead to Talon Taylor. They kick it. Well, Taylor trying to find someone to kick it to. Inside to Hamilton. He takes a long two. It rims out, and the rebound falls to Keelan Allen. He's going to bring it between the circles now for Madras, and a timeout is called by the White Buffaloes. We'll take it to a minute and a half gone in the fourth quarter, 43-30. Henley trails Madras. Back with more next on mybasin.com.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
43-30, the Madras White Buffaloes lead inside the Hornets' nest tonight. 6:22 to go in the fourth quarter. 5 on the floor for Henley. Ibarra, Hamilton, Taylor, Montag, and Schmierbach. For Madras, it is Keelan Allen, Plazola, Riddle, Adams, and Buffalo Ball. Here is Keelan Allen, tries a right wing three, no good. Corbin Hamilton skies for the rebound, gives it ahead to Kai Montag. Lofting it ahead to Ibarra here on the wing, back to Schmierbach. Hamilton on the right side was unguarded for a moment, but the pass took a moment to get there. Tries to slip it underneath to Kai Taylor, has it stolen by Madras, and they come the other way. John Buffalo Ball leading the charge, gets into the center of the floor, drives right around Kai Taylor, off the window and in. He's got 12 points. Those are his first points of the second half. Hassled up the floor is Schmierbach. He's going to give it up to Kai Taylor. Tries to split the defense, gets to the free throw line, and then throws it back out to Ibarra. He's going to try a triple. Ibarra clanks it off the rim. No good. And Buffalo Ball pulls in the miss. Brings it up for Madras. Switches to the left hand, backing down Schmierbach. Spins to his right, falling away from the cup. He's fouled on the floor. Charge the foul to Montag. That's his fourth. And the second for Henley in this period. 5:27 to go in the ball game, and Henley trails by 15. Suppiscott back into the game. He'll replace Jameis Riddle. Inbound pass goes to Adams. Drives the near baseline. Dumps it underneath to Buffalo Ball. He's too strong on the lay-in, and Hamilton pulls in the miss. Corbin Hamilton bringing it up here for the Hornets. Has it in the right-hand dribble. Bounces it to Schmierbach, head of the key, then to Montag on the right side. Back to Hamilton. He's moved to the right corner. He's looking for Ibarra off a screen. Finds him on the right extended arc. Coach Stock trying to direct some traffic for his team on offense. Ibarra has it now between the circles. Steps back, loses the dribble for a moment, but then recollects. 10 to shoot for Henley. Throws the pass to Taylor. Then to Hamilton. Now 7 to shoot. Hamilton trying to drive the right side. Gets inside the arc. Outside to Schmierbach. Intercepted by Allen. Allen against Schmierbach all the way in. He's fouled. And that will be free throws for Keelan Allen.
Yeah, even if you don't have any contact, you can't swipe down like that or it's going to get called a foul every single time.
Allen 0 for 2 at the line so far today. He's got 2 coming up here. Want to remind you, tonight's broadcast on mybasin.com, brought to you in part by the Pacific Power Foundation, whose goal is to support the growth and vitality of local communities through charitable investments. Over the past 5 years, the Pacific Power Foundation has awarded over $13 million to nonprofit organizations. Big thanks to the Pacific Power Foundation for supporting us on this season of Henley High School basketball. Just got a score update from Klamath Union High School hosting the Phoenix Pirates. The Pelicans lead 28-16 at halftime. Second free throw coming up for Allen. His first one was off the mark. The second one meets the same face. Madras nearly pulled down the offensive board, but it falls to Carson Sims. Sims ahead for the Hornets. Had maybe a moment in transition, but passed him by. Now ahead to Ibarra on the near side. Schmierbach on the left corner. Tries to drive by his defender. Doing a little dance as he gets to the baseline. Tough shot, no good. The rebound falls to Madras. Troy Adams brings it along the right side. Gives it up to Buffalo Ball, head of the key. Drives to the left elbow. Then he kicks it out to Plazola. Back to Buffalo Ball. Now to the hands of Allen straight away. Here's Adams. Adams jab step left, trying to get to the baseline. Picks up the dribble, throws it back outside to Allen. Drives the left block, and it is blocked by Sims as he drives in. Sims with the block from behind. Henley the other way. Schmierbach gives it out to Ibarra. Throws it to Sims. Sims gets to the free throw line, picks up the dribble. Now a right-handed floater is too strong. The rebound is wrestled away from Madras into the hands of Sims. Sims whips it to Schmierbach near side, sets his feet for 3. No. This time the rebound falls to Madras. Keelan Allen up with it. Along the right side, has his pocket picked by Sims. Sims working in transition, goes up with the shot. He's fouled. Carson going to the line for a pair.
Great play by Carson Sims. Way to take the initiative, get the steal, and move to the hoop. He works 1-on-2 there, so the fact that he was able to score or get fouled, go to the line, it was a great play.
5 points for Sims so far tonight. He's 0 for 2 at the line, though. Want to remind you, tonight's broadcast on mybasin.com, brought to you in part by Howard's Meat Center, where tradition meets innovation with every cut and every bite of Smokin' H barbecue. When you step through their doors, you're not just entering a meat center, you're stepping back in time when the quality of the meat and the depth of the customer service was everything. Check out Howard's Meat Center next to Les Schwab Tires on South 6th Street. First free throw for Sims was good. The second one also good. Perfect trip there for the young Sims. He's now got 7 points. 45-32, 3.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Shank throws the pass to Suppiscott. Shank gets it right back. Pass comes around into the hands of Plazola, then back to Buffalo Ball. He's around 3 Hornets who've now trying to trap on defense. Schmierbach guarding the player on the left block. It was Adams. Now they throw it across the court to Buffalo Ball. Operates into the middle of the floor. Kicks it to Adams again for a corner 3. It's good.
Great ball movement by Madras there to find the open man on the three-point line.
12 points tonight for Troy Adams. His team now up by 16, 48-32. 3 minutes remain. Ibarra on the right arc. Puts it on the deck. Dribbling with his right hand, picks it up, throws it to Schmierbach in the corner. Now to Sims on the wing. Playing in front of the Henley bench. Sims, jab step left, goes right for a moment, picks up the dribble, then throws it to Hamilton. Hamilton thought about a 3, keeps jabbing that right foot, gets to the elbow, underhand dish outside to Schmierbach, 7 to shoot. Here's Ibarra. Ibarra taking a screen, going right with 3 to shoot. They've got to get a shot off. Ibarra firing from way downtown, not going to hit. The rebound falls to Suppiscott, and he's going to give it up to Buffalo Ball. Pass comes into the front court for Plazola. He triggers a 3, no. And Kai Taylor pulls down the rebound. Ahead to Corbin Hamilton. Dribbles along the right side of the floor. Brings it up extended arc. Now into the hands of Schmierbach between the circles. Here's Sims. Sims takes a screen going right, backs out beyond the arc again. Now, into the hands of Ibarra. Micah gives it up to Schmierbach and a whistle. Coach Stock calling time. 2 minutes remain. 48-32, our final timeout of regulation begins now, 30 seconds, and we'll be back on 104.3, 960 Sports and mybasin.com.
What are your goals? To get stronger, move better, feel healthier? Whatever you are aiming for, Harbor Isles is here to help you. They have brand new cardio and strength equipment. Harbor Isles offers indoor tennis courts, 4 indoor pickleball courts, energizing group classes, expert personal trainers, and a friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to guide you every step of the way. No matter what your goals are, Harbor Isles has everything you need to reach those goals. Stop by and see the difference for yourself. Harbor Isles, lose those reins and get your gains.
48-32, the Madras White Buffaloes lead inside the Hornets' nest tonight. 2:09 to go in the fourth quarter. My name is Josh Eldridge. Walter Hartley been along with me tonight. Thank you for joining us. Whether you're a Hornets fan, been with us all season long, or you're a Madras fan, unable to make the trip to the Klamath Basin. It's a 3-hour drive, so wouldn't blame you. Thank you so much for finding our broadcast and joining us this evening. It's going to be Ibarra, Hamilton, Taylor, Sims, and Schmierbach on the floor for Henley. For Madras, it's going to be Adams, Shank, Supascott, Perez, and Buffalo Ball. Henley to inbound. Ibarra to do it on the baseline. Rolls it in close to Hamilton, off the glass, no, and Supascott pulls down the rebound.
That's the shot you want, just couldn't convert.
Ahead is Madras, into the hands of Angelo Perez. Guarded by Kai Taylor here in the near corner. Now to the hands of Buffalo Ball, to Supascott, now over to Adams. Adams has it on the left extended arc, guarded there by Sims. Tosses it over to Buffalo Ball. Now into the hands of Perez. Now over to Adams, top of the key, 10 to shoot. Madras draining away the shot clock, trying to take some time off as much as they can. Perez fires up a contested 3. It won't go. Sims pulls down the miss, bounces it on the deck. It goes out of bounds, last touched by Madras. 1:32 to go. And you can expect every White Buffaloes possession from here on out to take about as long as it can, so they can try to close out a win here on the road.
They only need 3 possessions to run out the clock.
Got a sub in for Madras. Looked like it was Troy Adams who headed to the bench. And I think it was Keelan Allen who replaced him. Either way, Schmierbach into the front court for Henley. Dribbles right inside the arc, gives it up to Hamilton, top of the key. Now to Ibarra, left side. Ibarra dribbling left, brings himself into the corner, then throws it to Hamilton. Hamilton with a right foot, jab step, now over to Schmierbach, now to Sims. He tries a right deep 3, it rims out. The rebound falls to Allen. Gives it up to Buffalo Ball, a minute remaining, 30 seconds on the shot clock. Again, Madras taking their time. And you can expect this to be the case for this possession as they throw it over to Perez. Now back to Allen. Hamilton comes out to guard him lightly, takes a look at the shot clock, realizes he's got time. Now Buffalo Ball going to receive the pass, guarded tightly by Ibarra, tries to drive in against Micah. Now 10 to shoot. They kick it outside to Allen. He thought about a 3. Now to Supascott, 6 seconds to shoot. They give it to Perez. He tries a triple, and it's good. Perez now with 6 points, all in the second half for Madras. Hamilton skips the pass to Taylor in close. He's fouled. Good pass by Hamilton, leading to an opportunity in for Taylor. And he is heading to the line for 2. Kai Taylor, a perfect 3 of 3 at the arc tonight, and he's got 5 points.
Great idea, great play. It's what you want to see more of. Kai Taylor did a great job drawing contact. Great pass.
And hitting the free throw there. 4 for 4, trying to make it a perfect 5 of 5. We've got some subs coming in for Madras. Madras should probably pick up a technical here for checking in number 50. He was not in the book before the game started unless he was a late addition, but don't have a name for him. Everyone else we know. Jameis Riddle checking back in. And we're also going to see Osmar Orozco into the game for Madras. He's got it now on the right wing. 18 seconds remain. Shot clock is off. Madras likely just going to dribble this one out. Here's Jameis Riddle throwing it in the corner to Caleb Shank. Shank now head of the key to Plazola. 9 seconds remaining. Now here's the mysterious 5-0 for Madras. Kicks it to Adams here in the near corner. Brings it out. 2 seconds remain. Madras coming to the Hornets' nest and securing a 51-33 win tonight against the Henley Hornets. Stick around. We'll wrap this one up for you after 2 minutes' time here on 104.3 960 Sports and mybasin.com.
What are the best words you can hear tonight?
Order ready for Susan.
And if you hear those words at Abby's, you know it's going to be a legendary meal. Your pizza is loaded with toppings to the edge, premium ingredients, and real cheese. Yeah, baby. Gather with friends, play some video games, and watch the big game on TV. That's made Abby's a legendary pizza tradition for generations. And when you're ready to hear those magic words,
Tom, your order's ready.
you know where to go. You're always welcome at Abby's.
There's something special about this place. It's more than the quiet mornings and the open skies. It's more than the scenery. It's the people. Around here, people still wave when you pass by. They check in when something's wrong. They show up when it matters. At Sage Credit Union, we're proud to live and work in a region that believes in each other. A place where neighbors lend a hand, small businesses thrive, and generosity runs deep. We believe that being part of a community means giving back to it, not just with dollars, but with time, effort, and heart. That's why our employees earn paid volunteer time. That's why you'll see us at food drives, fundraisers, and the local fair. We show up for our community. This isn't just where we work. This is where we live, where we give, and where we grow. Right here, in the coffee shop, at the fundraiser, and in our local branch. At Sage Credit Union, we've found our people. We'll see you around town.
Over the last year, you've heard and seen the advertisement for God's Gifts Too, a local photographer who travels to high school sporting events and takes individual and team action photos at a great price. Something you may not know, though, is that the money from God's Gifts Photography supports 6 children in Kenya who Annalisa has met on mission trips. If you'd like to capture your athlete in action and help support these kids, call 541-281-2206. Search God's Gifts Too on Facebook.
Josh Eldridge and Walter Hartley along with you tonight on 104.3 960 Sports and mybasin.com. Final score from inside the Hornets' nest tonight, 51-33. Let's run down our leading scorers for you. We'll start with the victors tonight, the Madras White Buffaloes, who are led by Matthew Suppiscott. The senior got 17 points for Madras tonight. He was helped out by Troy Adams and John Buffalo Ball. Each of them finished with 12. 6 points from Angelo Perez tonight, 3 from Caleb Shank, and 2 from Dre Plazola. Your scorers there for Madras. For Henley tonight, led in twofold by threefold by Schmierbach, Sims, and Taylor. Each of them with 7 points. 4 for four for Talon Taylor and Corbin Hamilton. 3 for Micah Ibarra and 2 for Kai Montag. Your scorers tonight for the Henley Hornets, losing 51-33, and I think this game really came down to the second quarter tonight, Walter, a quarter which Madras outscored Henley 13-0, and they wind up holding on to a 19-point victory tonight.
Yeah, I think that was the scoring drought. It was due to taking a lot of outside shots, a lot of highly contested shots, maybe not making the extra pass. And in the third quarter, we saw them come out after halftime, and they did exactly what we were talking about at halftime. They were getting it inside to the man for high percentage shots, and they were working it around to open men. 3 points is worth more than 2 points when you can make your three-pointers. I think working it around to get the open three-point shot instead of maybe a super deep three-point shot is a good alternative for this team.
Defensively, though, Madras, the number 4 team in the state. They average 62 points a game this season. You hold them to 51. Again, Henley's defense, they commit to the defensive end of the ball, and they make it hard for other teams to score on them. And so, you got to credit the effort on the defensive end for Henley tonight, too, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I've said before, Henley has athleticism, and even more importantly, they have heart, they have pride. They do the little things right on defense. They put in the extra effort. It's just maybe the shot selection and decision-making on the offensive end where they're lacking a little bit.
They're going to have a chance to right the ship coming up next week. They'll be on the road at Mazama High School. That's their February 3rd Skyline Conference matchup. We'll be on the call with you for that one. What's up next for Madras? They've also got a home game on February 3rd. They'll be playing Estacada, as that will be a Tri-Valley Conference matchup. This win tonight puts Madras at 15-3 overall on the season. Henley falls to 7-11 overall on the year. Want to thank everybody involved in making tonight's broadcast possible. Both head coaches, Nick Brown and Brian Stock. Also want to give a shout out to Aaron Hamilton, the official scorer for the Henley Hornets tonight, and our athletic director on site tonight, Mr. Luke Hammond. Also thanks to you for joining us for another edition of Henley High School Basketball. Whether you're a season-long fan or you're a Madras fan just tuning in tonight, I appreciate you finding our broadcast this evening on mybasin.com. Once again, our final score this evening, the Madras White Buffaloes defeat the Henley Hornets 51-33. For Walter Hartley, I'm Josh Eldridge. Have a great weekend. So long and good night from inside the Hornets' nest.